Alright, got a new build for you guys. It's gonna be using the Nataruk 1 forma. You might be able to get away without using forma, but you're gonna have to remove something here, and all of the mods here are very useful and, dare I say, pretty necessary. You could honestly go a little bit lower on serration. You don't need to max it, but basically everything else should be maxed. I also go maxed out primary deadhead. However, just to demonstrate how the build operates, I'm going to remove that, and we're going to go to a completely base Wukong. I'm going to take off my sentinel so there's no outside boosting. You can see no primer, nothing like that. It's literally just the Nataruk. You could see Wukong's passive doesn't give you a damage buff or anything. So this is just like base, Nataruk just on its own. We go level 100, corrupt heavy gunners. Charge shot does about a third of their health. However, with Hunter munitions, I can just do a quick shot, and it destroys them. If I had reload speed on this, you could literally just go for a pure quick shot build. You could see some very nasty numbers whenever I do a charge shot as well. About 15k I think was the highest there. 19, almost 20k there. But yeah, just 2 shots and I killed all but 1 enemy over there. And then let me show you with... I don't even think that Wukong's other build really affects it, to be honest. But we always go primary deadhead, because this is on headshots, it gives you an increased headshot multiplier, and it stacks out quicker than using merciless as well as it lasts longer. Because primary merciless, obviously 4 seconds for 30% damage, up to a max of 12 times, that's going to take a lot longer to stack up with something like a bow that takes a while to, be able to fire again, unless you have fire rate on it or reload speed. So, let me get Deadhead on, and I'll show you guys again. Level 100 Corrupt Heavy Gunner. Charge shot. It's already like half of his health. One more charge shot. Now if I quick shot, it's all of his health basically. And yeah, it annihilates. You get to the point where you're able to literally just one shot if it's a headshot. $65k, 49ks, about 50k actually, 49s, 64, 38, 40 something. And yeah, this is why I love the Nataruk. I'm also really curious, actually, to see what it's like on Zephyr, because of Zephyr's passive. Where if you're in the air, you get increased crit. Oh my god. definitely does take a little bit of kills to really scale up to its max potential. But whenever it does, it's really solid. It's actually not much better on Zephyr, to be honest. I wasn't really noticing much of a difference for our overall damage. And also, like, on my Wukong, which I was using this build for the test, but, like, these wouldn't affect it either, so... Now if I equip everything, which I don't think it really makes a difference, because I don't believe my Sentinel or anything primes the enemy or does, like, crazy damage or anything. But yeah, man, it's crazy. 65,000 damage. And this is not even like a super good build either. Like, you could easily have a better build than this. Not that I found one yet, but... Yeah, 84k, I think. That's insane, dude. This is why I love Nataruk so much. It's so good. Honestly, it really is. Here's the build one more time for you guys. We have Hunter Munitions for slash procs on crits, which is really solid because you're going to be aiming for the head with primary deadhead, as well as things like Vital Sense and Critical Delay. Galvanized Scope, giving you more damage on headshot, or more crit chance on headshot anyway, meaning you get red crits just like crazy as long as you're hitting the head and aiming down your sights. Serration for base damage, just so it scales better with Hunter Munitions, Galvanized Chamber, Galvanized Scope. Galvanized Chamber, obvious, multi-shot, very useful. We go for Corrosive, just because being able to armor strip is really nice. Yeah, 80% of target's armor value with multiple stacks, so that's really solid. And I think that's about everything. I am working towards actually getting the Exilus Weapon Adapter slot, just because I can go for a higher fire rate and stuff like that. I am actually really curious. It doesn't just affect it normally, does it? Oh, it does. To be fair, like, if you do use primary merciless on your Nataruk, you could go for a quick shot build completely, and then have like fire rate here, or maybe even faster reloads. To be honest, that would be kind of crazy. Actually, let's try that right quick before I end the video here, because I am actually curious. I mean, you could probably actually get higher returns from this. I doubt it. It's just harder to keep Merciless up than it is to keep up your primary deadhead, you know? Because Merciless is only up for 12 times 4, 24 times 2, so 48 seconds, versus Deadhead being up for a total of a lot longer. I'm not even going to try to do the math. Yeah, because it goes up to 48 seconds on just 2 stacks right away, so you really have a lot more lenience with primary Deadhead than you do Merciless, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's the build, and I hope it serves you well.